Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of my English class. I am Ms.Tagrid. Today we're going to look at another set of commonly mispronounced words in American English. So let's get started. The first word we're going to look at is this word. How do you think this word should be pronounced? Okay, this word is maintenance. Maintenance. I broke it up for you because this word could be a little bit tricky. So the first part is maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. We don't say maintenance. That's usually the British pronunciation of this word. In American English, it's maintenance, maintenance. Maintenance means preserving something or taking care of something. So a sentence would be, if you decide to buy an older car, then be prepared because it will require a lot of maintenance. So in Arabic, this word is صيانة. لو اشتريت عربية قديمة شوية يبقى هتاخدها للميكانيكي كتير because هتبقى محتاجة a lot of maintenance أو صيانة كتير. So maintenance is صيانة. Maintenance. The next word. How about this word? How would you pronounce this word? This word is subtle. Subtle. Subtle means very light, something that's barely noticeable. So a sentence using this word, it was her subtle way of telling me to mind my own business. So let's say if you're with a friend and she made like a gesture with her hand or her eye so that you get the point, so you stop asking her questions. She's telling you to mind your business, but in a subtle way. She's not telling you directly, but she's like maybe rolling her eye or something like that. That would be her subtle way of telling you to mind your business. So subtle. So here's another example. The dress had subtle shades of gray and blue. That means like maybe it was like a purple color, but it had some really light shades of grays and blues in it. So they're very soft, they're very light. You couldn't barely see them, but they're there. So in Arabic, the word subtle means خفيف. حاجة يعني مش باينة قوي يعني لو قلت مثلا أنا مع صاحبتي إن عملت حاجة عشان تخليني أحس إن أنا ما اتدخلش في شؤونها مثلا حركت عينيها عملت حاجة بإيديها بس بطريقة خفيفة عشان إيه ما تجرحش شعوري مثلا فبنقول عليها دي subtle. It's her subtle way of telling me to mind my business, or a subtle shade of gray or blue, like الفستان مثلا فيه ألوان خفيفة مثلا لونه بنفسجي بس في ألوان خفيفة رصاصي على أزرق مثلا بس لون خفيف مش باين قوي فخفيف subtle means خفيف. Here's our next word. This word is, how would you pronounce this word? This word is salmon. Salmon. Notice again the little curve on top of the A there is called the brev. It's to let you know that it's a short A sound. Salmon, salmon. So we don't say salmon. We don't say salmon or سلمون زي كتير العرب بيقولوا سلمون بس هي مش سلمون هي salmon. Salmon. So we need to practice that. So polar bears love to catch salmon as it jumps from the water. Salmon. طبعا salmon نوع سمك اللي هو السمك الكبير اللي لونه برتقاني من جوه. It has an orange flesh color, this kind of fish. So it's a very expensive kind of fish, but it tastes very good. But this is how we say it, salmon, salmon. Okay, excellent. Let's look at our next word. How would you say this word? Okay, we don't say Wednesday, we say Wednesday. Wednesday. You see how I broke it up for you? Wednesday. we don't pronounce that D at all. Wednesday. So Wednesday, of course, it's a day of the week. I'm going to the party on Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday اللي هي يوم الأربعاء أو الأربعاء. Wednesday. Okay. How would you say this word? Now you may hear this word pronounced in two different ways. One way is data, data. The other way that you might hear is data, data. But commonly in American English, the correct pronunciation of this word is data. Data means this means information. Information. It's a plural word. Okay, so I intentionally use it in this sentence so that you can see the assessment data show that over 40% of our students are struggling with reading. That's a big thing. If we have 40% of our students struggling with reading, that's a big problem. So the word here is data. I forgot to underline it. But data means information. And you notice in the sentence I said the assessment data show, because it's a plural word, it's not singular. So data is bayanet. بالعربي bayanet, bayanet. And the correct way to pronounce it, طريقة الصح, data, data. So you notice the first part of the word, I put a macron on top of the A there to show you that it's a long A sound. Data, data. Okay. So we completed this set. So I'll see you in the next session and I'll share some more words that are commonly mispronounced. So see you then. Thank you.